How's it going, everybody? Chase here. Today I'll be reviewing the Halo Infinite Halo World Series Master Chief Series 1 figure. Now, I've had this guy for about a year now. About the same amount of time that I've had this guy, which is the Spartan Collection one. But to me, this is actually better than the Spartan Collection. He may be only 3 3/4 inches tall, but he's actually really cool for what he is. He's got a lot of better articulation compared to the Spartan series. And it's kind of a nod to the old McFarlane days of Halo figures, like this guy and this guy. I'll get to that here in a little bit. But starting off with the figure itself, he comes with a cool little base and his assault rifle. And a lot of cool attention to detail. I'm going to take him off his base real quick. His base is just a kind of grassy, rocky terrain. Plastic, but it's got 2 pegs on it. But on to the main attraction. This is just a really cool Master Chief figure. Now, if I remember correctly, this is a Jazzware figure. I think. I haven't really bought any Halo figures in about a year now. But we're going to go ahead and take a look at the detail and pay closer attention to it. He has a kind of mute but shiny visor. A lot of battle damage. It's like a graying, kind of wraps around. It's on his shoulder, his torso, stuff like that. But starting off with the helmet, he has the little spot where Cortana would go. He's got his flashlights on the side of his head. He's got 117. He's got a big dent on his torso or chest, which I'm pretty sure is a nod to Halo 3, because I remember in Halo 3 he had that scar. Just a lot of graying throughout the figure on his kneecaps. Very subtle, but very cool. He's got his little manufacturer thing that says Microsoft 2020, Jazzware, China, stuff like that. He's got shading on the back of his torso and up here. But now we're going to take a look at the articulation for the head. He has a ball joint, which can allow him to look 360. Well, he can't really look 360, but he can look pretty far to the left and pretty far to the right, up and down. Single joint. I'm pretty sure he had double, but whatever. Looks like single. Single jointed elbows that don't really go up all that much. Swivel at the bicep. I mean at the forearm. Hinge. Very little articulation in his wrist. Ball joint in the torso, which gives him pretty good range of motion. Swivel in the hips. He can kick up that high. He can't kick back hardly at all. Single jointed knees. Very tough to move, but no real ankle pivot, just kind of a slider. Doesn't really rock, but that's pretty much does it for articulation. Now onto his accessory, which is his assault rifle. Kind of a bland design, just like the larger one. Just a moment. This one, like I said, it's basically just the same thing but smaller. Except this one isn't really, well, it is rubber. So it kind of gets bent a lot. This one's rubber too, so it gets bent easy as well. But it has a peg on its side so you can, come on, focus. It has a peg on the side so you can peg it to his back. And it stays there pretty good. It's not like with the Spartan collection where it falls off a lot. Now, I have yet to play Halo Infinite, but I've heard a lot of positive reviews on it so far. But from what I've seen, it's very reminiscent of Halo Combat Evolved, which is my personal favorite out of the entire Halo series, just because of how good the story and campaign is. That, and it was the first Halo game I ever played. This is just a very nice figure for what it is. For about $10, you can get a pretty decent posable Master Chief figure. I mean, personally, I like this guy over this one. I mean, he's only 3 3/4 inches tall, but this one is the Spartan collection, and he's about 10 inches, or not 10 inches, 7 inches. But I'm going to do a quick size comparison. Here he is next to Master Chief. Here he is next to the Halo World Master Chief. The Halo 4 McFarlane Master Chief. The McFarlane Halo Combat Evolved Master Chief. And just for giggles, a SH Figuarts Super Saiyan Goku. So he's about in scale with SH Figuarts. Well, I mean, this is by far the most accurate, the Spartan collection, because he is about 7 feet tall, and he does tower over a lot of other people. I mean, these guys are more accurate to Figuarts, but I mean, that would be cool if they ever made Halo Figuarts. That would be cool. But that's pretty much going to do it for size comparison. If you can find this guy, I mean, every time I go to Walmart, he's in stock. So you shouldn't have a hard time finding him. But I think he's a very underrated figure. A lot of people say it's crap, but I think it's cool for what it is. I mean, I haven't seen Halo figures in stores, I mean, since last year, but the last time I saw him before last year was like 2015, 2016, something like that. Back when Halo 5 came out. And those were kind of lackluster. I mean, they were cool, but they were lackluster. So it's cool to see Halo getting some love again. But I hope you enjoyed my review of the Jazzwares Master Chief Halo Infinite figure. If you did, consider liking this video and subscribing to my channel. I upload almost daily. But thanks for watching. Have a good one.